Good morning, guys. Let me know if you can hear me. I'm trying to get it. When I do lives, I like to have,
when kids have all the right supplies.
I like to have a iPad over on the side so I can see your comments more easily. And so I'm trying to get it all set up. Hello, welcome everybody to Take 10, and a special welcome to all of the fearless campers that are here. So if you are part of kind of my normal Take 10 crew, then this is going to be a little bit longer of a video, which I think most of you guys won't mind, because usually you're not a fan of my 10-minute alarm. We always tend to go over anyway. Today is a special edition of Take 10 because we have some campers joining us as part of Fearless Summer Camp, which is put on by Shauna Klingerman, who is awesome. You guys know I'm a big fan of Shauna's and have participated in a lot of her different workshops and clinics and things like that. And I'm even a member of her creative team over at Illustrated Faith. Big fan of Shauna's. And so she is running Fearless Summer Camp, which is an online camp that is a month long. And, oh, sorry, we just had a visitor. Hey guys, go downstairs so I can finish my live.
Furious.
Okay, close the door. Sorry guys. Kiddos in the house today. Okay, so we have a month-long art journaling like adventure on this camp, and it is not too late to join us. So I did leave a link in the description box if you want to find out some more about Fearless Camp. Every week we have a different lesson from Shauna, and then we get to go on these like field trips, and one of those field trips is today because I am Elisa, the Scrappy Wife, and your field guide for today. It is so awesome to see you. Hey Lisa, hey Jamie and Amanda and Shannon. I see a ton of you guys here. Cindy, I see you. Barbara, hey everybody. Okay, so Take 10 is about art journaling. It is about having fun with some art supplies, and it is not about creating a finished product. It's about experimenting, about playing and having fun. So let me show you just kind of the difference in what I'm talking about. This is my art journal, my regular art journal. It's almost done. It's a Dina Wakley Blue Edition art journal. It has different mediums in it. And in here I have more finished pages. Now, some of them I like more than others. They're exploring different techniques, but these are going to be pages that I feel like are done, complete, a final product, a finished product, and that's kind of the goal in this art journal. If I don't like something, I may end up painting over it, but the whole idea is to have this kind of final product idea. Sometimes though, we can get kind of caught up when we are trying to come up with a final product, because it can feel like paralyzing. You don't feel like you can play and experiment when you're going to be having a final product at the end, if that makes sense. And I found myself getting trapped in that idea because I do creativity for a living, and I do post videos and I do share final products all of the time, and I found myself feeling a little bit almost claustrophobic with the idea of creating just in my art journal. So I decided to grab a second journal, and this is just a cheapo journal. This is from Home Goods. It's not high quality paper. It's like a mixed media paper, and this is what I call my Take 10 journal, and this is all about experimenting. Sometimes I end up with things that I really like, so that call to me, that come out super cool, that I love. And then sometimes, you guys, seriously, sometimes I'm just putting stickers on a page and it's not about a final product at all. This one isn't for posting on Instagram or sharing publicly necessarily. This one is just about playing, getting to know my supplies, trying out some different techniques, just doing some different things. So what I do is every Thursday, most Thursdays, I get on here and we have what I call Take 10. And I usually set a topic of some sort, either a supply or a technique, and I just play, and I encourage you guys to play. And sometimes through creative play, we can really discover some things that we like. For instance, I discovered I really liked the sketching over watercolor idea, and you're going to see that in several different spots in my journal. I only learned that by playing. This isn't something I was like ready to do on my own in my art journal. I had to play with the idea first. So that is the concept behind Take 10. It's to take the pressure off of a finished product, to focus on the play, on having fun. And that's really important to kind of unlocking some creativity. So all of that being said, we are going to do some playtime this morning. And actually, hold on. Pause for a moment. I forgot one thing. Whoa, throwing stuff in the craft room. Sorry, I needed a paint palette because today we're going to play with paint. And actually, we're going to play with gouache paint, which is a different medium for me. I don't use gouache very often at all. To me, it's like a mix between acrylic and watercolor. It's kind of a different feel. So we're going to play with gouache and we're going to play with watercolor. I am going to set my timer for 10 minutes just because I just want to show you how far you can get in 10 minutes when you are just playing for the fun of it. So let me set my timer. Alexa, set a timer for 10 minutes. And I would encourage you guys to set yourselves a timer. Like if you're feeling a little bit intimidated by playing, set yourself a timer. Sometimes it feels like we need to have all the time in the world to sit down and create. And I totally get that. I have that feeling at times. But the truth is you don't. You only need 10 minutes. Sit down and play. Remember, the goal is not to be creating like some crazy, amazing final product. The goal is to play and to be inspired. You guys, of course, my twin boys chose this moment to lose their ever-loving minds in my house. So I apologize if you're going to hear some interruptions because apparently now was the time that WrestleMania decided to break out. Good morning, Shauna. I see you there. Did I see Lisa and Peggy? I saw you. Okay, so what I'm doing to start out with is I just picked some washi tape. Doesn't matter what washi tape we use. Pause for just a second. Whew. Sorry, guys. Again. WrestleMania, my campers have lost their minds at my house, you guys. I need school to start like yesterday. It's a little crazy. It's a little crazy. So, okay, here we go. I know, Shauna, I thought about you this morning if you'd be up in time for Take 10. Okay, washi tape down on the page. And then we're going to play with gouache. So I have this big set of paints from Arteza. It has like a gajillion or 60 different colors. And that's what I'm gonna play with today. This is my paint palette, which is actually an egg tray, but works great as a paint palette. And I'm just gonna, put some different colors down. We're gonna just play here. Got this purple. Now, the reason why I put they are inspired by it is hashtag real life, Peggy. They are inspired by the Olympics, Amanda, so it's getting crazy. We haven't watched a lot of the wrestling, so, but man, they didn't really need inspiration as far as wrestling. That's for darn sure. Good morning from Phoenix. Okay, so we're going with warm colors today. If you're experimenting with colors, I would recommend kind of sticking to one part of the color wheel and then like expanding from there. All right, I got my washi tape down. I got some colors down. We're gonna just see what happens. So I'm gonna we'll go with this brush. Now with gouache, you can add water and I might decide to do that, but I'm not gonna start out with that. I'm gonna start out with a light color and I got washi tape down and I'm actually gonna paint over the washi tape. And The idea that came into my head this morning was circles, which have kind of been on my mind lately. I don't know why. I find circles interesting. So I'm just painting some circles. Again, this is fun. I am experimenting. I'm feeling what these paints feel like as I play with them. And we're just kind of going for it. So now let's see, what's my next? I think this is my next color. And I'm just going to keep adding to my circles. And truthfully, you guys, I'm just going to kind of overlap here, because look at the blending. That's also something fun with gouache paint. And we're just expanding circles. Again, we're not worried about the final product. We're not worried about messy. What we're seeing is what we like. And what's calling to me right now is this blending that we're getting right here. Yeah, it does look ombre. Like, that is what my like creative side is noticing and being called to. So I'm like, okay, all right, we can take that, and that is going to be like my jumping off point. So now I'm like, okay, well, what happens? I mean, pink and orange. Is there a better combination? Maybe, maybe not. Depends on who you ask. Okay, so now my brush definitely has water on it because I've been rinsing it off. And so now I'm noticing how my gouache moves with water, which is different. And again, this is allowing me to get to know a supply, a medium that I have not used very often. So I'm getting to experiment with it. And in my head, as I'm doing this, it's just relaxing. If you watch my channel very much at all, you know that I am loving repeated patterns recently. I find them very meditative. And so, this is kind of like scratching that itch for me to just chill and create in this repeated pattern form. I think is interesting. But also, I'm kind of figuring out in my head, what can I do with gouache paint? What is this going to be in the end? How can I use it in other ways? I'm just playing. It does kind of look like a sunset. Oh, that is, y'all, that is red. Oh my. You also, if you watch me very often, red is not my jam, friends. So this is a lot for me. So that's a lot of red. That is like, okay, that's a little much, but I'm gonna continue because you never know. I'm getting outside of my comfort zone because that's how we're gonna grow. So do I opt for red? Almost never when I'm crafting. I just don't like it, and it's okay. It's okay that I don't like red. It's okay. But I can get out of my comfort zone and I can see, what benefits can I gain from red. I mean, I'm not getting my benefit from red right now. I'm not gonna lie. This might be a matter of just solidifying that, hey, I'm a girl that loves rainbows and very much dislikes red. I do not do red in my rainbows. Don't do it. Okay, you guys, that's a lot of red. So what I'm gonna do, because I don't like it, and this is just for play anyway, but I'm just gonna this is gonna mix in with my red. That's what I'm gonna do, is I'm gonna bring in this purpley color, and that is gonna be, it does look cool, Shauna. I just regret the red, but that's okay. Learning. This is gonna be like, oopsie. I have my water cup to the side, you guys. That's how. So what I'm gonna do now is like, okay, not a fan of red. That's cool. I'm gonna mix in another color. I'm gonna knock down that red, knock it off its little high horse here. You know how red is. You know. Look at that. I'm not a red hater, you guys. Not my fave. Okay, got that. Right? Water would be a good solution. That would be something else to try, but I'm just gonna keep pressing through. Purple, see? Purple to the rescue. That's why purple is a great color. Just saying. Look at my purple. Knocking the red back. Agreed, Cindy. So Cindy commented that when I take the washi off, it'll knock it back, and that is exactly why that washi's there. Okay, so this is a trick that I know that I just love, because Cindy's exactly right. When you're gonna work with like big, rich colors, it can be a lot, especially if that's not your like typical style. So something you can do is this little washi game we got going on. So I'm gonna see, I didn't totally prep this all in the right way. And again, not the best quality paper. Oh no. I'm gonna very carefully remove some of the washi, which is removing some of the paper. And again, that's okay. I'm not gonna cry about it. Probably. Maybe I'll cry when I get off. No, I'm just kidding. It's just for fun. I should have put my washi down on the table first and knocked off a little of that stick. We're just gonna slowly pull this washi back and see what we created. So typically when I do this washi technique, kind of ends up looking stained glass-y. I generally will do each section in a different color, but I wanted to try something different. Alexa, stop. All right, see, 10 minutes. But seriously, look how much we got done in 10 minutes. Like 10 minutes, I could let this dry. I'm never gonna be patient. Yeah, Cindy says, see, Cindy is like reading my mind. So if you let this dry, you're gonna have a little more success on pulling off that washi. But I got time for that in take 10. Cindy, just kidding. Uh-oh, see, now it's getting messy because I'm getting super impatient. Okay, let's see if we can get this last little piece off right here. So yes, definitely let it dry. That's some good washi. See, like high quality washi. That's what I'm dealing with, Sherry. If I wasn't using that cheap stuff, if I was using the cheap stuff, I wouldn't have this issue. But that's some like masking tape-esque distressed edges. Yes, Lori, exactly. But see, the thing is, I can still play with this. Like, I don't mind. I don't mind that it is what it is. Y'all, I'm just going for it. Here we go. Because I don't want to take your whole day, but we're gonna like go with this and work with it. Okay, almost. So I got all that hot mess there, and a hot mess is not gonna scare me because I had fun playing, and I learned a few things while I was playing that I can take over into my quote unquote real art journal if I wanted to. But I also can play with this page and rescue it because I had an idea, and I'm letting this the rest of this kind of dry while I work on this next idea. And we're gonna go with a little, this time I'm adding a little bit of water, and we're gonna come in here. And what we're doing, I'm being really concrete, we're adding a heart. Because we're gonna add our heart, but what we're gonna do is we add a little water to this heart. So this heart is gonna kind of radiate out, is my idea. It looks more organic. Y'all are so kind with my torn page. Anya says it looks more organic. Yeah, the relaxed attitude, Peggy was saying, the relaxed attitude's important, especially on art journaling. Guys, it's supposed to be fun. You are creating for the joy of creating. And that's one of the reasons I highly suggest having this kind of separate journal, because I feel like we do get caught up in the need to like post. That's my jam. That's like my whole thing is that I post all the time. It's kind of one of my jobs, but I don't need to have it be stressful. Art is supposed to be fun. It should be fun. So have fun. Create things that no one sees. You guys knew this was coming, right? Come on. Splatters make everything better. Look at that. I totally dig the splatters. Totally digging that. Okay, I'm not done yet. I had another plan and we're just going to keep going along with that other plan. We adapted slightly, covering up some of the messy edges. Now this does dry pretty fast. Yeah, buy a cheapo journal and you guys just play, and see what you like. We learned, or I learned, that I did not like this particular shade of red. However, I do like it blended right there. I learned that I want to put my washi on a table before I put it down. I learned that I actually was digging the gouache paint with a little bit more water. I don't want it to be crazy with the water, but a little bit more. Okay, here's something else that I want you to consider with your art journaling pages. I learned through actually taking Fearless Art with Shauna. We worked through all the things, but one of the big things I learned was that words are really important to me and to what I like. And so I will add words to almost everything. So I would encourage you, if you're going to play with a new technique or a new to you technique today, give yourself some words of affirmation, words of affirmation. Art is messy and so am I. And I'm going to just write that again. Art is messy and so am I. And then I'm going to come over here and I'm going to write beautiful oops. And again, I just like writing the same phrase over and over again. I feel like it's, like going to the chalkboard when you're like in trouble, except you're not in trouble. No one's in trouble in art journaling. But I like the beautiful oops. I would never have added that heart there if I didn't have that washi tape come up. But you know what? Totally digging that heart. So I will embrace that moment and just have fun with it. And plus, you guys, look, as it's drying, and the texture that is in that heart is very grungy, and I dig it. And then I'm gonna write over here, art inspires. And I can write it over and over again. And no, I'm not using my hand lettering, but these are words that mean things to me. And I like including it on my art. What else do I want to write? Oh, embrace. That's my word of the year, you guys. Embrace the journey. Embrace your own art journey. Yours does not have to look like mine. It does not have to look like Shauna's. It doesn't have to look like anyone else's. You know what? The other phrase that I love adding all of the time is keep going. Keep going. Don't stop. Don't stop on your journey. Keep going. Okay, I have a couple lines I could fill in there, but that's it. So that's a fun just technique to try. So that's my encouragement for all of you campers, all of you ladies that are here on a regular basis. have fun with it. Try out new things. Try that washi tape technique. It's fun. Just do it better than I did. And this is just a fun little page. Grab yourself a play journal and get messy. Cover your hands in paint and have a great time. A few things, just some housekeeping stuff. So I have links in the description. If you are not a member of Fearless Camp and you are like interested in finding out more about like what we're doing and what we're learning, and there's like three and a half more weeks of tons of fun going on, then make sure to click the link in the description, and you can also sign up for Fearless Camp. You haven't missed anything. You can still join us. I want to give a huge shout out to all those ladies that you see in the green. If their name is in green, that means that they are a Scrappy YouTube member, meaning they help support this channel on a monthly basis, and I'm beyond grateful for their support. It's kind of what allows me to play and to have fun and to keep putting out video content all of the time. So thank you to those ladies. If you're interested in becoming a Scrappy YouTube member and you like what you see and you're interested in some extra videos on the side, which is one of the perks that they receive, then make sure to click the join button, or there's also a link in the description for that. And if you have any questions, you can always catch me over in the Fearless Camp group, or you can catch me on Instagram at ScrappyWife blog. Be sure to, tag me and show me how you're playing in your art journal today. Okay, I think that is it. I am so thankful that you guys were here this morning. Thanks for dealing with my crazy campers in the background. I better go make sure everybody is still alive over there. Otherwise, I hope that you have a absolutely fabulous day. And as always, keep it creative.